Good morning, students. Welcome back to my science online class. We were studying 5th chapter from your science book, right? The chapter name is Separation of Substances. So in our previous class we studied about some methods of separation like sedimentation, descentation, filtration, etc. Today we are going to learn the rest topics. Okay, so all of you open your books, page number 42. We are continuing that chapter. See the headline, evaporation. So today's first topic is evaporation. Let's start. In all the above examples, we separated various components that are not soluble in water. So the methods we studied about sedimentation, descentation, filtration. In all that methods, by the help of that methods, we separated various components that are not soluble in water. We separated the mixtures, or we separated various components that are not soluble in water by the previous methods we have studied. Okay, evaporation is used to separate solids dissolved in a water. So that methods are only applicable for the components that are not soluble in water. And now we are studying about evaporation. So evaporation is used to separate solids which are dissolved in a liquid. Okay, the process of conversion of water into water vapor on heating is called evaporation. So underline this sentence. The process of conversion of water into water vapor on heating is called evaporation. So by the use of heat we can convert water into water vapor. So that process is known as evaporation. Evaporation of water takes place continuously wherever it is present. So evaporation of water takes place continuously. This method is used on a large scale to get salt from the seawater. So we know that salt are collected from seawater, and by the use of this method evaporation we can get salt from seawater. Okay, see activity 6. Dissolve some salt in a little water in a beaker. Heat the beaker. Let the water evaporate completely. After the water evaporates, you will see a white residue left behind. Taste it. Is it salty? So in a beaker you have to take some amount of salt, and after that mix that salt with water. After that heat that beaker and let the water evaporate completely. After the evaporation you will see a white residue after evaporation. Okay, and you have to taste it, and that residue is the salt. We have separated salt from that mixture of water by the process of evaporation. Okay, the same method is used to get salt from seawater. The seawater is allowed to stand in shallow pits. Water gets heated up by sunlight and slowly changes into water vapor. So we get salt from seawater. So that seawater is allowed to stand in shallow pits. Shallow pits means salt pans within which seawater is left. Okay, after that water gets heated up by the use of sunlight and slowly changes into water vapor. The solid salt is left behind. The salt is further purified, and after purification of that salt we get from seawater after the process of evaporation. After applying that method evaporation, then we can use that salt for our use. Okay, separation of mixtures using more than one method. So very often it is not possible to separate different substances present in a mixture using a single method. So by the use of a single method we cannot separate different substances present in a mixture. We have to apply various methods to separate all the components of a mixture. In such cases, we have to use more than one method. Activity 7. See, take a mixture of sand and sugar. How will you separate them? It is not possible to separate them either by hand picking or sieving or winnowing. So, if you take a mixture of sand and sugar, it is impossible to separate sand and sugar by hand picking method, by sieving method or winnowing method. It is impossible. Add water to the mixture of sand and sugar. So for the separation, we have to add water to that mixture. Mixture means which mixture? Sand and sugar. Stir well to dissolve sugar. So we have to stir that. Let the beaker stand aside for half an hour. After that, let the beaker stand for half an hour. You will notice sand settling down at the bottom. So we know sand will settle down at the bottom of the beaker. Separate the sand by descentation and then filtration. We know descentation process means the process of pouring out of the clear liquid after sedimentation. And then we have to use the method filtration. The filtrate will contain water and sugar. Because sugar dissolves in water, we know that. To get back the sugar, evaporate the solution as in activity 6. So, to get the sugar from that mixture, from that filtrate, we have to evaporate the solution. And after that, after evaporation, water convert into water vapor and sugar will be left in that beaker as residue. Okay. Now see, let's remember. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. So this is your homework. Okay, do this. Now see, condensation. When steam or water vapor comes in contact with a cold surface, it changes into water droplets. The change of water vapor into water is called condensation. So we know this. When we covered hot rice or something, hot dishes, then we can see, we can observe that in that covering we can see some water vapor. So from where it came? That came from the process of condensation. Condensation is the process when steam or water vapor comes in contact with a cold surface. It changes into water droplets. The change of water vapor into water is called condensation. So this is the process, this is the definition of condensation. Understand? Now see activity 8. Heat the mixture of sugar and water in a kettle. We have to use a kettle to heat the mixture of sugar and water. After some time, you will see steam coming out of the spout. Take a metal plate with ice on it. Hold it above the spout on the kettle. Do you notice something? When the steam comes in contact with the cold plate, it condenses and forms water, which can be collected in a beaker. So I have already told you about this. If we cover a hot mixture or steam, then in that covering we will see some water droplets. Okay, so like that, when the steam comes in contact with a cold plate, we have used ice on this plate, it condenses and forms water, which can be collected in a beaker. That water droplets, that water can be collected in a beaker. Okay, thus we can separate a mixture of sand, sugar and water by combining these processes: sedimentation, descentation, filtration, evaporation and condensation. So we can separate a mixture of sand, sugar and water by using various methods. What are the methods? We have to use Number 1 sedimentation, number 2 decantation, number 3 filtration, number 4 evaporation, and after that we have to use condensation. Okay. Now see solubility. The solubility of a substance is the amount of substance that will dissolve in a given amount of solvent at a particular temperature. Underline this sentence. What is solubility? Solubility of a substance is the amount of substance that will dissolve in a given amount of solvent at a particular temperature. Let us take some water in a beaker. We have to take some water in a beaker. Keep adding sugar to the water and stir till no more sugar can dissolve in it. So we have to stir that mixture till no more sugar can dissolve in it. You now have a saturated solution of sugar in water. A saturated solution is one in which no more solute can be dissolved. So saturated solution means in which no more solute can be dissolved. In a saturated solution, there is the maximum amount of solvent has been dissolved. No more solute can be dissolved after that. Okay. However, if you now heat the beaker of solution and stir, you will observe that more sugar can be dissolved. So after you mixed sugar in the water, after heat the beaker of solution and stir, you will observe that more sugar can be dissolved. See activity 9. Take 2 glasses of water. Add 1 teaspoon of salt in 1 glass and stir till the salt dissolves. Keep adding 1 teaspoon of salt at a time till you get a saturated solution. So saturated solution means you have to mix maximum amount of solvent has been dissolved. Note down the number of teaspoons of salt that dissolved in water. Repeat the same activity with sugar. You can repeat this activity with any number of substances that are soluble in water. You have to take 2 glasses of water. In both the glasses, you will mix salt and sugar respectively in each of the glasses. In one glass you can use salt in the water, and in other glass you can use sugar, and keep adding 1 teaspoon of salt at a time till you get a saturated solution. And see the observations. From this activity we can say that different quantities of different substances can dissolve in a fixed quantity of water. The solubility of most substances increases with increase in temperature. So with increase in temperature, solubility increases. Okay. Fact to know: the solubility of gases in water decreases with increase in temperature. So solubility of substances increases with increasing in temperature, but solubility of gases in water decreases with increase in temperature. Remember this. Okay. Now see, let us recall. Soluble solids can be separated from liquids by evaporation. We have already discussed about this. We need to separate substances either to remove impurities or to obtain different useful substances. Insoluble solid can be separated from liquids by sedimentation, decantation and filtration. We can separate solids from solids by handpicking, sieving, tracing and winnowing. A mixture contains 2 or more substances. A saturated solution is one in which no more of that substance can be dissolved. To separate substances from a mixture, we use the principle that each substance has a unique property which is not shared by any other substances. Different substances have different solubility in water. Husks and stones are separated from grains and pulses by handpicking. The components of a mixture can be separated by one method or a combination of various methods. Winnowing is the process of separating heavier components from lighter components by wind. Solubility of most substances increases with increasing temperatures. So we already discussed all these points in our classes. Okay, so here some word meanings are given. Read this. So students, it's our today's class. The chapter has finished today. I hope you all understand the chapter. If you have any confusion, contact me. Okay, so thank you. Have a nice day ahead.